In the early 90s, a group of high school friends from Oxfordshire picked up the instruments and quietly set up to redefine what rock music could be. They called themselves Radiohead, a name borrowed from a Talking Head songs, but there was nothing borrowed about their sound. At the center of it all, Thom Yorke, a soft-spoken frontman with a haunting voice, restless mind, and a deep discomfort with fame. In 1992, their song Creep exploded. Suddenly, Radiohead was everywhere. But the band hated how they were being seen. A one-hit wonder, a grunge imitation, that wasn't them. So they pushed back. Their second album, The Bends, released in 1995, was moody, melodic, and bold, proof that Radiohead had layers. With tracks like Fake Plastic Trees and Street Spirit Fade Out, they stepped into their own sound, one of beauty, alienation, and unease. But it was their third album that changed everything. OK Computer, released in 1997, was a masterpiece. A paranoid, futuristic, emotional ride full of distorted reality, broken technology, and existential dread. It wasn't just an album, it was a prophecy. Paranoid Android, Karmapolis, No Surprises. Each song was like a warning signal from the future, one that turned out to be scarily accurate. And yet, at the height of their fame, Radiohead pulled the rug again. They didn't want to be rock stars. They didn't want to be predictable. So they recorded an album that sounded like nothing else on the radio. Kid A dropped in 2000. No singles, no pictures, just strange electronic textures and ghost-like vocals. Critics were baffled, but fans listened, and many found something transcendent. Radiohead had become something rare, a band that didn't chase trends. They created them. Over the next decade, they'd continue to evolve. Amnesiac, Hail to the Thief, In Rainbows, each album bended genres, breaking expectations and redefining what a rock band could be. In 2007, within Rainbows, they did the unthinkable. They let fans pay what they wanted for the album. No label, no rules, just music. Radiohead wasn't just writing songs anymore. They were challenging the entire system. And through it all, the fears, the noise, the anxiety, they stayed human. Songs like Nude, Reconner, and Daydreaming weren't just experimental. They were heartbreaking, honest, raw. Even as their sound shifted, their message stayed the same. It's okay to feel lost, to question everything, to be uncomfortable in your own skin. That's why Radiohead still resonates today. Not because they chased hits, but because they chased truth. They're not the loudest band, not the flashiest, but when they speak, you feel it in your bones. Radiohead is not just a band. They are a mirror to the world, to our fears, and to ourselves. And the question, what is your favorite song? Write in the comments.